Good morning, Cougars, and welcome to your Chaparral Cougar Network News. Today is Thursday, January 22nd, and this is Emily and Samantha, and this is what's happening at Chaparral.
Rock Music Club. Rock Music Club will be meeting today from 2 to 3 in Mrs. Sack's room. We will be rehearsing and taking a picture for the yearbook.
Attention all GATE students. After-school enrichment classes are now available for sign-ups. Please ask for your advocacy teacher for the list of GATE classes available or see Ms. Finch immediately for extra copies. Classes include 3D printing, STEM, design, tune physics, and bridge design. Enrollment information will be on chaparralmiddle.org, and the last day to sign up is this coming Tuesday, so don't miss out. Please see the advocacy flyer for specific directions.
Attention all 6th graders. The Pause Mentors invites you to our next Fun Friday tomorrow from 2 to 3:30 p.m. in the gym. There will be games, prizes, and group activities for all 6th graders. Don't miss out. Any questions, see Mrs. Aquino or one of our Pause Mentors.
It's time for the second quarter PACA event. We're going bowling. The date is Friday, February 13th. Forms need to be submitted by Wednesday, January 28th. Come enjoy the incentive you have earned. You will be able to bowl, request songs that will be played during laser bowling, and purchase treats at the bowling alley. Advocacy teachers have to have the needed forms. There are also some in the office, online, or come by Mrs. Miles' room. Bowl on!
Congratulations to the 7th grade boys basketball team who won their second straight game yesterday at Lone Hill Middle School. Randy Johnson dominated the game and finished with 29 points. Harold Moe added 6 points. Garrick Billingsley and William Kosai helped the offense move the ball. It was a total team effort with 10 players scoring points. Final score, Chaparral 52, Lone Hill 34.
And since it's Thursday, it's time for Thursday Thoughts. This week's special message comes from our Social Studies department.
Good morning, Chaparral Cougars. As we all know, Martin Luther King Jr. was a very caring and respected man. He cared for and respected people of all races and genders and fought for equality. We celebrated him nationwide earlier this week. 8th grade social studies teachers would like you to watch a short video to remember this important man and his important cause.
He began his career as a Baptist preacher, but went on to lead a sweeping grassroots effort to end racial discrimination, known as the Civil Rights Movement. Along the way, Martin Luther King Jr. made history and emerged as one of the most influential leaders of the 20th century. Before the Civil Rights Movement began, segregation policies known as Jim Crow laws kept African Americans in a separate and generally inferior world from whites. African Americans went to separate public schools, ate in separate restaurants, and even had to use separate public restrooms. They had to sit in the back of buses and give up their seats to any white people standing. But in 1954, Jim Crow suffered a stunning defeat. The Supreme Court declared that separate schools for blacks and whites were inherently unequal in a case called Brown v. Board of Education. The following year, in Montgomery, Alabama, a tailor's assistant named Rosa Parks refused to give up her bus seat for a white passenger. Parks was arrested, but Martin Luther King organized a full-fledged boycott of the Montgomery City bus system. 13 months later, the buses integrated. The Montgomery boycott inspired more efforts to end segregation. In 1963, King and other civil rights leaders organized the March on Washington. More than 200,000 people came to the nation's capital to demand equality for blacks and to urge Congress to pass pending civil rights laws. Standing at the base of the Lincoln Memorial, King spoke the words, "I have a dream today," describing his hope for a future in which all men would be brothers. The civil rights movement was changing the nation. In 1964, Congress passed the Civil Rights Act, which made racial discrimination in public places illegal. The same year, King was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. On April 4, 1968, Martin Luther King was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. But the movement he helped to lead lived on, inspiring other groups such as Hispanics, women, and the disabled to fight for equal treatment under the law and completing King's legacy of greater social justice for all Americans.
Not only do we celebrate the life of Martin Luther King Jr. this week, but we're also spending time this week reflecting on no name calling and no bullying. Martin Luther King Jr. would have been a strong advocate for kindness and equity for all. He encouraged all of us to treat each other as we want to be treated. Let's remember to speak, look, and act toward each other respectfully. This is a habit we should all practice starting now. Thank you, Cougars. Hope you have a great rest of the week.
That's what's happening today, Cougars. Thanks for tuning in. This is Samantha and Emily signing off with the Chaparral Cougar Network News. Have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same channel.
This is the Chaparral Cougar Network